St. George in Staten Island when I was a little kid, too young to remember. The best thing about it was the Staten Island Ferry. On days after school, when I'd go to the city, I looked forward most to the journey. The terminal was admittedly dirty and decrepit, but it was full of sounds and smells. People smoking cigarettes and pungent cigars. I loved the sound of the boat coming in, the horn, the creaking of the wooden pilings as the boat struggled to ease into its moorings, the calls of the mates as the loading decks lowered for the waiting throng eager to board. On deck, I'd run fore to aft and watch Lady Liberty sail by. I remember the Shoeshine man. He walked up and down the boat with his box and rags. His call rang out like a bell. Shine, shine, shoeshine. In a perfect Staten accent. I can't do it justice, but I followed him everywhere, trying to mimic that call. He must have been a patient man. There were lots of vendors on the boat then. Newspapers, international foods, candy, maps for the occasional tourist. I remember far fewer of them. I'm told after 9/11 the vendors were all banned from the boat. The Shine Man had become a threat to national security. I'd always run to the front of the boat as we got closer to the city. I never got tired of seeing the twin towers growing until they nearly took over the sky. Of all the changes to the ferry, that is by far the hardest to countenance. On the Manhattan side, I would race off the boat, dodging between the legs of the businessmen to see if I could get out first, much to the chagrin of many a babysitter whose sole job was to see me safely to my parents. We left Staten when I was 10, moving to Los Angeles. I've moved back to New York a couple times, but always to other boroughs. The ferry has changed a lot. I still ride it from time to time. The terminal is kind of fancy. There's a farmer's market on the Manhattan side. I miss some of the grittiness of the ferry of my youth, of the whole city really. But I still love that boat. It remains the best free ride in New York.